This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making chuck roast. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. This is a family recipe that I've just been craving lately, so here goes. I had tried to make this a few days prior to filming, and my onions were just all bad, all starting to rot. So I had already cut up a potato and some carrots, so I put them in the fridge until I could get back to this. And the potatoes just started to look funky, so erring on the side of caution, I discarded them. And I start over. All while being closely supervised by my manager, Zuko. I take one large gold potato, I peel it, I cut it into pieces. They're about 1/2 to 1 inch thick. I also do the same for a large yellow onion. And I already have about 2 carrots cut up into rough pieces. I take my Dutch oven, again being closely supervised as I take care of the meat, and I put 3 to 4 pounds of chuck roast into the Dutch oven. I coat it in some olive oil on both sides. I'm also going to coat both sides with some coarse kosher salt, some freshly ground black pepper, and garlic powder. I then add the onions, potatoes, and carrots around the chuck roast. The order doesn't matter. I try to make it a bit even, but they're all going to taste great at the end while they roast with the meat. I then add in 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water until about halfway up the roast is covered. And then I add 3 slabs of butter on top. I'm using salted butter and about 1 tablespoon per slab. I then add my Dutch oven to my 350° Fahrenheit oven and let that roast for 2 hours. At the 2-hour mark, I check the roast, and believe me, it looked beautiful through the steam. So I'm trying to make sure that the fork is easily being removed from the meat to know that it's done, and it's not. It still has some more time, and I flip it over, roast it for another 30 to 45 minutes, and then it is nice and tender where I want it to be. I let the roast rest on a platter. I'm going to separate the vegetables from the juices, and bonus tip, you can make this into a thick gravy by using cream of chicken and whisking that in and getting it nice and hot to thicken it. I then add a little bit of the juice on the side, and after the chuck roast has rested, I'm going to cut it. I let it rest for probably about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to slice it up. It was nice and tender, very easy to slice. And I'm preparing my plate with a few pieces of chuck roast, a side of the potatoes, carrots, and onions. And I'm going to top it off with a bit of the juices. And that's my chuck roast. I really felt like I was transported back to my childhood with that first bite. It was awesome. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.